Hi guys, it's Mrs. Hamano. Today is either Monday the 31st or Tuesday the 1st. It's the same work for both days. These are classes 1, 3, and 5, and this is for periods 2, 4, and 6. Oops, I wrote a 3. 2, 4, and 6. So the homework tonight is pages 35 and 36 in your math book. Those are the practice problems, and then the cool down on Canvas. This, you need to go onto Canvas and enter in your answers onto assessments. And if it does not work, if the link does not work, there are instructions of an alternative to do, as well as the cool down is on Canvas as well. And that's also in assessments. And if it doesn't work, there is another link that you can put it into. But pages 35 and 36 look like this. Practice problems, okay? Again, I said for periods 1, 3, and 5, this is homework for Monday. And for periods 2, 4, and 6, this is homework for Tuesday. So it would be 8:31 and 9:1. Okay? And it looks just like this. This is page 35, and this is page 36. All right, any questions? Let me know. Come to my office hours. Have a great day. All right, we're going to get started today for lesson 3, but before we get started, we're going to write today's goals. Today's goals, we are writing on page 34, so if you move my book up, page 34. All right, so the very first goal for today is, number 1, I know what operation to use on the side lengths of a figure to produce a scaled copy. That's our first goal for today. Our second goal is I can draw a scaled copy of a figure using a given scale factor. And if you want to pause it so that you can see this and you can rewrite it, perfect. Also, it is in our slideshow for today, so if you want to just pull up the slide and copy it off there because you can see it better, that's great. Again, it's on page 34, 2 goals for the day. Have a good day, guys. All right, guys, this is Unit 1, Lesson 3 for Math 7. It's called Making Scaled Copies. Let's draw scaled copies. 3.1, more or less. For each problem, select the answer from the 2 choices. The value of 25 times 8.5 is more than 205 or less than 205? Think about it. Write your answer. Number 2, the value of 9 and 93 hundredths times 0.984 is more than 10, less than 10. Think about it. Write your answer. Number 3, the value of 24 hundredths times 67 hundredths is more than 2 tenths or less than 2 tenths. Think about it. So I would pause here and I would try to do those problems and then I would come back to it. So go ahead and pause now. Okay, hopefully you paused and you coming back and some of your answers could possibly be more than 205. Number 2 would be less than 10. And number 3 would be less than 2 tenths. Okay? So if you want to check them on a calculator, go ahead. Then we're going to go on to 3.2, drawing scaled copies. There is an interactive digital version that you can try. If you have a phone, you just turn it on, right? And you go to your camera and you go over the QR code. We've done this a couple times now. I'm going to write QR code here so you remember. QR code, use your camera. It says web page, open up. Yep, that's where I want to go. And then everything is online. It's super cool. So you can draw these scaled copies right here in this applet, right? And it says open applet in presentation mode. So you open it up, drawing scaled copies, and then you can draw them here. Very cool. So we're going to actually use the piece of paper though. So I'm going to go to this next page. Looks just like that. And it says, number 1, draw a scaled copy of either figure A or B using a scale factor of 3. What does that mean? So figures A or B, scale factor of 3. Scale factor is what you're multiplying by. Multiply. So we need to remember that we're going to multiply by 3. We're not adding, we're not subtracting, we're not dividing. We're multiplying these side lengths by 3. I am going to pick this one right here, A. I'm going to measure it first, right? It's 3 across, 3 up, 2, and then this diagonal goes across 1, 2, 3 units, right? It's diagonal though, so we have to remember that when we rewrite it down here so that we do it correctly, and it's multiplied by 3. So I can do my math over here. It would be 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 2 is 6. So this would be 9, 9, 9, 6. So I'm going to start off with the bottom ones. I'm going to do the flat ones first, right? This is diagonal, doesn't really bother me, but we're going to start with the other ones first. So on the bottom, this will be 9. So I'm going to count 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would be a new length of 9. Up the side is also 9. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. Okay, cool. And then across would be 6. 3, 6. This is where a diagonal comes in. If you have your ruler, which I asked you guys to get one for your supplies, we're just going to connect those dots from here to here. And that is a scale factor of 3, copy A. If you guys chose to do B, because you could have done either one, right? If you chose to do B, same process. We're multiplying everything by 3, so I'm going to measure it first. This is a 1. This goes up 3. This goes across 2 units, right? 2 ways. And then this is just 2 right here. And then it's down 1, 2, 3. So we're going to start with this middle one. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. So we have our new measurements for that. Start with this little one. 1 becomes a 3. So I'm going to start up here. 1, 2, 3. That's a 3. Then I have to go up 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, I went a little too high, I think. Let me get my white out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I went a little too high. Oops. That's okay if you did. Just fix it. And then it goes 2 across. So 2 times 3 would be 6. So it would be cross 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This would be the length of from here to here. And it goes across 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and it's a width of 2. So down diagonally 4 boxes. So 2 becomes 6. So that would be here. And it's going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because it goes, yeah, 12. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, across 6. And it would go down 12, I think. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3. So it'd be here. This length is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'd be right there. So with your ruler, you can connect those 2 dots. And right here, you would connect these 2 dots, right? And then from here to here, it's 2. 2 times 3 is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can take your ruler and you can draw those dots as well. And this is a scale factor of 3. Here's my letter B. This went from a 3 to a 9. This went from a 3 to a 9. This went from a 2 to a 4. So that is section 3.2. Number 2, draw a scaled copy of either figure C or D using the scale factor of a half. So you're going to make them smaller, these 2 smaller, by a half. So let me pause here once. Okay, so we're going to do number 2 on page 30. And it says take C or D and using a scale factor of a half. So I'm going to take this one. We have to measure it all first. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a half means we're just going to cut all the numbers in half, right? Multiply by a half. So let's do that over here, though. Let's show our work. So 2 times 1/2 is 1. 4 times 1/2 is 2. 3 times a half is 1.5. 2 times 1/2 is a half. 1 times a half is just a half, or 0.5, right? This could be 1 and 1/2. Depends on how you're gonna write it. 5 times a half is 2.5. 6 times a half is 3. And 7 times a half is 3.5. If you guys don't know how to do these, you can always use your calculator, okay? So we have our new measurements. I'm gonna try to draw it over here and we'll see if it fits, okay? So from 7 to 3.5. 1, 2, 3, and halfway up is 3.5. Across 2 would be just 1. Down 4 would be 2. 1, 2. Across 3 would be 1.5, so 1.5. Up 2 would be 1. Back up 1, about halfway there. Across 1 would be 1/2, be right there. Down 5 is 2.5, so 1/2, 1, 2, and this 6 becomes a 3. And there's my C scale factor of 1/2. Okay. For D, this last one over here, this goes across 2 units, 2 units. It goes across diagonally across 2. It would be a block of 4, right? 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. Okay, a little bit different. So let's try to draw it right here. So here, cut in half would be 1. So cut it in half would be 1, right? Diagonal. Cross would be 2, so this would be a 1. This would be 2, so I'm just going to go diagonal 1. This is 2, so I'm going down. Half is 1. Half of 6 would be 3. 1, 2, 3. And half of 6 is 3. 1, 2, 3. That's my D cut in half. Scale factor of 1/2. All right? Hopefully that helps. That was pages 29 and 30 of our classwork notes, okay? Any questions or concerns, come see me at office hours 2 to 3 today.